Hello? 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 Yeah, I can't get anything out of it. No sound. I can't hear it. If I put on my phone, I can't hear what's going on right now. I got the camera going. I want to start at 11 o'clock. It ain't doing nothing. I can't hear. I can't line on a monitor. You can't even hear. And people just look at it and then they turn off because they can't hear me. They say. You can hear it on there. So now, so then in other words, I can't go. I can't use the phones as monitors anymore, right? Is that what you're thinking? My on this phone here that I'm talking to you, yeah. I get. I can hear the feedback, but I don't know why I can't hear them on the TV or the other phone. So, okay, yeah, okay. Oh no, you're fine. If it's coming through and you guys are hearing it, that's all that matters. But I can't hear it here, so yeah, I can't. My other phone, my other phone or the TV is blank. There's no sound to it. That's why I'm calling you. It's like, is it hearing or what? It doesn't make any sense because it's been doing it up till this week. So if you say it's working, that's all that matters. Because all right, I'm sorry. I just like I said, I can't hear, and I asked my son to tell me, can you hear it? And he's like I don't know what he's. All right, good deal. Thank you, John. Thank you. All right, bye bye. So I'm trying to figure out if uh, if I was putting out because the other day I was having a hard time getting out, and people were telling me they couldn't hear me. So I don't know if they couldn't hear me or if they could hear me, but or maybe they were just messing with me because I can be a good guy to mess with. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty good at that. But like I said, I put the monitor, I put this up there, and I was able to hear feedback, and then I turned the volume down or mute it, and it's not doing it. So that's what I was trying to check into. So yeah, everybody may be celebrating now. So we'll just wait a bit and goof around and wait for everybody to come on, right? Is that what I'm doing? Huh? Sometimes it takes a bit for people to get on. '73 Super Glide. Should be sleeping, but I'm not. Hello there. Anyway, so I'll just have to use this as a monitor like I used before, but except for I thought the volume worked. Huh? I don't know what else to do. Welcome to the channel, guys. Some people click in, some people click out, trying to figure what I'm doing, what I'm not doing. So the chainsaw in question that I was working on, thought it needed a coil. Well, I find out that I was cranking it the wrong direction, and so that I didn't think that I thought you could do it both ways. If you know what I'm talking about both ways. I didn't think it had to have a certain direction for the coil to fire. Yeah. I just thought it had to rotate. And so to keep the nut tight on the flywheel, I was rotating it clockwise. And guess what? It has to fire the same way as the pull cord goes. So it would be counterclockwise. And so when you go counterclockwise, the nut comes off the crank. And so I thought I could do it the other way. That means if you're grasping the nonsense tonight. Yeah. So how we doing out there tonight? I thought I could do a New Year's thing. I think I did last year. I think I was the only one. I don't know. I don't recall. You know what I'm saying? I don't remember. Last year was that was 364 days ago. You know what I'm saying? It's 364 days ago. And so that's a long time ago. But I want to think that I was doing the same thing. Welcome to the channel, guys. I had like a little spiel of a thank you to those that are behind the scenes that continue to encourage me in little ways of continuing to do this thing called YouTube. And so, yeah, there's a few that still encourage me. My wife, my son always encourages me in his own way. Um, my technical department was just telling me that I don't seem to know what I'm doing when I was telling them that I can't hear. I used to be able to hear on the TV or a phone feedback from this. Now it's not doing that anymore. So I don't know, other than if you guys text to me and say, hey, I can't hear you. Either A, you can't hear me, or A, or B, someone's messing with me. And, you know, people do that, unfortunately. People tend to mess with me. I'm not taking it personal. It's just like, hey, I can't hear ya. Speak up. I can't hear ya. Anyways, so I got the heat on. I thought maybe some more people would be here, but maybe they're not gonna do it. Maybe when I did it last night, there was nothing else going on. Maybe there's more things going on now. The one gentleman told me that, I don't know. I think he told me that YouTube's algorithm promoted me. So then that's the only way he found me. Probably tonight, considering all the stuff that's going on YouTube. All the celebrations that are probably being televised over YouTube. I probably don't have a fighting chance tonight. You know what I'm saying? That's probably why nobody's here chatting or talking and anything with me other than one soul. That, anyways. Yeah, that's where I'm at. I just kind of wanted to thank those who gave me a little support and a little nudge to keep going, even if it doesn't look very promising. Sometimes, most of the time, all the time, but not everything has a value to it. Sometimes you do it because you like to do it, and sometimes you just like to talk to people, and sometimes I talk to people. So anyways, sometimes you guys give me feedback, and which is kind of cool. You tell me where you're from, where you're not from. Talked about the weather sometimes. And, you know what I'm saying? I also know sometimes that if I do something or other, that tends to chime besides me just talking. You know what I'm saying? So I did put those O-rings in a different spot, and we were working on this guy down here. This. And the last episode. Now I put those O-rings in a different spot where it's warmer. So I put them in a warmer spot, and I stretched them out around the thing that I told you I did, and the block is still cold. The block is still cold, and it still wants to kind of jump up out of right there. Yes, you still she still wants to jump up out of there. See, just that right there. This here is pretty good. Now, if I can move, if I could move that spot that it jumps out of, and then slide this head on like that, would that work? Could that be the ceiling case? I don't know. Let's see, it rolls in here. I really still don't care for that. I mean, I could have rolled it. I could have rolled it over to there. You know what I'm saying? It's still, if I roll it that way, it comes out of, you know. Yeah. I'm still not hip on it. Because if I put it on like this and then I roll it that way, how do you know it's not going to come out back here? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So anyways, I haven't seen anything on YouTube about it still. I haven't, the rhythm hasn't showed me anything on this yet. Then I bring them down on this thing as close as I can to the bottom, which stretches them out pretty good. And then, like I said, I put them over there in that heat by the heater. But it's just a not. It's still not enough to get them down to the groove. If they were as wide as these big ones are, I probably wouldn't have an issue. But these ones on the outside are thinner. Thinner. I could even take one of the old ones and it don't even want to stay down in there. I don't know how they put it on. I don't know how they kept it down in there. But it doesn't want to stay in there. Yeah, isn't that lovely? How yeah. Okay, so now I got you guys. Yeah. Still having a hard time with the O-rings. Nothing new. Nobody's stopping by. They're all in the celebration, obviously. The New Year's celebration. Nobody wants to come see my videos, so I just needed to say that thank you for those that are supporting the channel, and we'll see you next year, and Happy New Year.